What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Happy Monday morning. You know, we had a lot of interesting things happen over the weekend, but there's two things I really want to talk about when it comes to what happened over the past weekend. And I know it feels like everybody's been talking about the Lakers and Mavericks, and I know it feels like everybody's tired of talking about it, but there's just one more thing I have to talk about before we officially move on. And I'm pretty sure everybody has seen this. I don't know if it happened Friday night or Saturday night, but Mark Williams didn't pass his physical. Therefore, he was sent back to the Charlotte Hornets, and Dalton Knecht was sent back to the Los Angeles Lakers. And this is something that is really interesting, and it's really sad, if you want to be completely honest. In the end of the day, Mark Williams is somebody who is trying to make a career in the NBA. You know, he's about 23 years old. You know, there's not a lot of NBA players that want to be injured. That's not something teams are asking for. And I'm not one that's completely educated on the situation, but off of what I know, there is some problems with his physical, and he probably would have been ready to go maybe this week, sometime this week, whether it's early this week, which we play today against the Jazz, or sometime later this week, or maybe you just rest him through the All-Star break. I mean, in my opinion, we have like the Jazz twice, and then we have like the Blazers or something. And the Blazers are on fire right now, but to be honest, if Mark Williams would have needed to sit through that or just wait until the All-Star break was over and bring him back, I would have had no issue with that. But when we look at Mark Williams' physical, it looks like there was something there that the Lakers did not like. And I guess there was some type of clause in the trade where if he did not pass his physical, or if something was up with his health, then he was not going to be a Los Angeles Laker. And if I'm Mark Williams, it's really devastating, in my opinion. I mean, I know there are not any NBA players that want to be hurt. There are NBA players that want to be on the floor. They want to compete. They want to play the game that they've worked their entire lives for. They want to play at the level that they worked their entire lives to get at. And in Mark Williams' situation, you're getting traded to a new scene, a new opportunity to compete for a championship, playing next to arguably the greatest player of all time, arguably one of the greatest offensive talents the league has ever seen in Luka Doncic. You're in LA, you're in a big market, and this team's taking a chance on you. They sent out Dalton Knecht, they sent out a pick swap, they sent out a first-round pick. You could have really gotten to a new opportunity and really changed the narrative around your game. So I'm sure this is just completely frustrating. You know, you get like the biggest tease of your career. You're like, I'm going to play in LA. I don't have to play in Charlotte anymore. We're one of the worst teams in the league. We're always hurt, whether it's me, Melo, Brandon Miller. But for Mark Williams, I do hope one day he is able to play consistent basketball and be able to be out there on the floor for 65 to 70 games out of an 82 game span. As for the Los Angeles Lakers, when I first heard about this deal, there was definitely some concerns because you're trading away a 2031 first round pick, a 2030 pick swap, I believe, and Dalton Knecht for somebody who was not a for sure thing. Mark Williams has always had problems playing and being on the floor consistently. And with your center rotation, you're going to need somebody that's going to come in and play. And I really liked the potential of Mark Williams and what he was going to become, but seeing what he was going to do would have really confirmed if this trade was a big risk and they won or a big risk and they lost. And I understand you want to win with LeBron James. That's not something that I'm going to argue. That's not something I'm going to fight. I know you want to win with LeBron and Luka together. You probably have a 2-year window until LeBron says, you know what, I'm going to hang the shoes up. But I would rather say waiting to the offseason to get the perfect move would be better than something that was so kind of like in the dark. You didn't know what you were really going to get with Mark Williams. I know the potential is there, but sometimes with these players, the idea of the player is better than the actual player. So to put this in the best way I can, I definitely think that right now the Lakers are not in the best situation to make a deep playoff run. I think with Mark Williams healthy and in the lineup, this would have made it better. I do feel very concerned about their center rotation. I know there's Jackson Hayes on the roster. I think Christian Coloco is on the roster. Well, you have to bring him up and give him official roster spot for him to play in the playoffs. And then there's Christian Wood, where who knows what's going on with him. I just think there's a glaring hole now in this Lakers team, and I think Mark Williams would have covered it up slightly if he were to be on the floor. Now, I know there's a lot of centers in the buyout market. I don't know how many of those guys you're really interested in, but if you're interested in having another body out there, whether it's Daniel Tice, Mo Bamba, there's a bunch of players that you can bring in, or maybe even in the overseas market that you can sign to an NBA deal and just see what sticks for this playoff run. I also didn't forget about Maxi Kleber, who's not awful, but I don't know, man. It's going to be really ugly in the playoffs. So the next thing I want to talk about, which is another thing that is extremely, extremely gut-wrenching for me, because no matter what, Anthony Davis, I still got major love for Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis brought a championship to my favorite team. Anthony Davis has been a top 10 player, almost stamped throughout this tenure of him being a Los Angeles Laker. And it sucks to see that after the first half he had, I think he was about 24, 13, 3 blocks, I believe, and 3 assists, something of that nature. He was truly dominant. And just if I was Anthony Davis, this is exactly what I would have done. It's like, look, I understand that trading Luka is probably not what you would have wanted to do coming into this trade deadline, but I'm still a goddamn top 10 player in the world. I'm still one of the best players in the world, and I'm still one of the best defenders in the world. I'm still one of the best two-way players in the entire association. So I want to come out and show you that there's a gray area here. There's a gray area here. Yeah, you may have not wanted to give up Luka Doncic, but I'm going to come up here and I'm going to show out. I'm going to show out because I'm one of the best big men in the league. So I really appreciate what Anthony Davis did. As a Laker fan, just being able to watch Anthony Davis be so great in playoff series where I think every single year in the playoffs, it was debatable if Anthony Davis was the best player on the floor or not. Just being able to consistently ruin offensive actions in playoff series and completely shut down offensive teams in the playoffs, that's extremely valuable, and he's been doing it year after year after year for the Lakers. And I'm sure that for that first half, Nico Harrison didn't seem that bad. He did not seem that bad. But now that Anthony Davis is out for multiple weeks, it's gut wrenching, man. It's gut wrenching because you want to see nothing but the best for Anthony Davis, because I feel like he's in a situation where he's probably not going to win. He's probably not, and I'm not saying not going to win as in they're not going to be a good team. I'm saying he's probably not going to win because no matter how good you are playing and how good you are coming in for the Dallas Mavericks, you're not Luka. You're not Luka. Luka Doncic was drafted to this Dallas. Well, he wasn't drafted to this Dallas Mavericks team, but he was drafted. Damn it, he was drafted. He's the hometown kid. Not even the hometown kid. He was just the guy that was the kid that came up with the Dallas Mavericks. You guys get what I'm trying to say. You brought him in the draft. You watched him grow from this really fun rookie, this really outstanding rookie, to an All-NBA player in his second year, and being in multiple runner-up MVP conversations and All-NBA first team consecutive times, one of the highest playoff point per games in NBA history. It's just something really tough to try and come in and really show this team and show this organization like, look, man, we can still win. I'm still a fantastic player, and I can still provide a level of winning culture for this team almost to the level that Luka did. And now that he's going to be out for multiple weeks, it's going to be really tough. This is going to be a season to forget if you're Dallas. I mean, you guys had a bunch of injury problems before you traded Luka. You guys fell down to the 8th seed, which before the Luka trade, I was still confident that the Dallas Mavericks were the second best team in the Western Conference. You still had Luka, Kyrie, Clay, PJ, Najee Marshall, Derek Lively, and Daniel Gafford. And then Kyrie misses about a couple weeks. He comes back. As soon as he comes back, Derek Lively's gone and he's out. I think PJ Washington had a couple of games where he missed as well. And then you trade Luka Doncic. And it's like the whole world's on fire. And we're like, you know what? We're tired of Dallas, this, that, and the third. And then Anthony Davis comes in and he has a phenomenal debut. And then he gets hurt and he finds out he's out for multiple weeks. So if I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan, I don't know how many Dallas Mavericks fans are left. This is a season that I really want to forget if I'm Dallas. This is a season I really want to forget. This is not a season that I'm looking at and I'm like, you know what? We can build off of this. We can build off of what just happened. We can build off of it. No, I would love to forget this season and go into the off season. Not even that, because Anthony Davis may be back, should be back before the playoffs. But this is a tough road. And right now, the only thing that will fix it for me, it's a championship, man. It's a championship. But ladies and gentlemen, that was just my small weekend recap of two things that I found very interesting over the weekend. Two things that I just really wanted to talk about. I kind of want to start this as a weekly thing. It kind of sucks because now we're halfway into the season, and now I want to start doing weekend recaps. But let me tell you guys something, okay? Let me be vulnerable with you guys for a second. Let's be real over here. Let me talk to my buzzer crew. Let me talk to my community. You know what I'm saying? All of these ideas that I'm like throwing at y'all, like, yeah, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this more. I've had these ideas for a very long time. I've had these ideas like, oh yeah, maybe I should do weekend recaps, or maybe I should do live post-game reactions, or maybe I should start my own podcast and all this stuff. Then again, I need the subscribers. I'm not about to go live and there's 3 people in there. Like, let's get that nipped in the bud right now. Let's get that nipped in the bud right now. And that's why I haven't gone live yet. Because to be completely honest, I don't want to turn that live button on and then it's 2 people watching and one of them's myself. And and then I'm just reminded that I'm nowhere near where I want to be. You know, like, I work really hard in this space. You know, I work my ass off every day to try and make sure I'm being the most genuine. I don't have to be first for everything. I don't care to get information out first or get my reaction to a trade out first. I want to make sure my analysis is the best it possibly can be, you know? So I work my ass off all the time. And one day we're going to get to that point where it's like, you know what? We have a true community. We have a big community. And it feels like everything that I worked my ass off for, I'm starting to get, you know. But once again, this is probably going to be something that happens every Monday, you know, probably drops around the afternoon time. I kind of want to call it taking it easy, you know, taking it easy. You know, it's Monday morning, taking it easy. You cut me on, you know what I'm saying? I still got my raspy voice because I just woke up and I'm actually on my way to work, you know. But yeah, man, this is really good. This is really good. I got my coffee, you know what I'm saying? I got me a little coffee, you know. I'm on my way to work, you know. This is going to be something that's good. I might play some little mellow music in the background, you know. Just real calm, real cool, real collected. We don't got too much stats, you know what I'm saying? We don't need to dive deep into those stats. Let's just talk about the game. And this ain't bad. So if you guys like this type of content, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate everybody showing love. Once again, for all the people that are showing me love consistently, liking my videos, watching my videos, commenting on my videos, you guys don't know how much that stuff truly means to me, man. You really don't. Like, it'd be days where it's like, damn, I'm tired as hell. And then somebody would comment and be like, yo, I'm watching this from the Philippines. You got a new subscriber. Like, come on, man. Come on. That's great. That makes me smile, bro. Even with when I go on the panel on Players' Choice and people are like, yo, we see your improvements, man. Shit like that makes me smile, you know. Like, y'all don't know how much I appreciate it, bro. And for that reason, you know, it's people that believe in me just as much as I believe in myself. And y'all gonna get everything y'all got. Y'all gonna get everything I got. I promise y'all that. But anyway, happy Monday to everybody that's watching this. Let's make this a great week, and I'll see you guys again next Monday. That's not the best way to end this because I'm going to be posting content throughout the week, but this little episode or this little 15-minute thing, I'll see you guys again on Monday.